6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lakshman Fonseca and read by Mario Vijayawardena. The headlines. The governor of the central bank says finding a solution for the current economic crisis is not that hard. The Minister of Defence says there are no plans to abuse military power by unleashing it on peaceful protesters. The decision to extend school hours by 1 hour has been temporarily suspended. The Foreign Minister met with High Commissioners and ambassadors of countries in the non-aligned movement to comment on the current economic issue. The CEB has requested the Public Utilities Commission to approve scheduled power cuts until the 20th of April. The director of the Lady Ridgeway Hospital for Children assures that there are no drug shortages at the hospital. A tech group wants a new visa to allow skilled workers to enter Canada without a job offer. The Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Dr. Nandalal Weerasinghe, says finding a solution for the current economic crisis is not that hard. He said that a remedy for the issue can't be brought within a day or a week. He said increasing the dollar reserve should be first and foremost the task of the government. He added that the current issue was caused as a result of paying foreign debts and a systematic and affordable mechanism should be applied on the debt payments to find a sustainable solution for the issue. He also said assistance from the IMF will be much needed in this regard to obtain low-interest loans to recover the issue. The new central bank governor also assured that the bank will be independent and would not succumb to political interference. He stressed that he is here to serve the people and not any politician. However, he said the country's growth prospects for this year are affected by the recent adverse developments on the global front in terms of supply chain disruptions and rising commodity prices. The Minister of Defence says that there are no plans to abuse military power by unleashing it on peaceful protesters. Responding to a Facebook note of Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca, the Secretary to the Ministry Kamal Gunaratne emphasised that there are no such plans to abuse military power to suppress peaceful protesters. However, a press release noted that the military will assist the police if only such assistance is sought by the police to defend the nation, uphold the constitution and restore peace and order among all Sri Lankans in the event of an insurrection. The Secretary of Defence, together with the Tri-Forces commanders, reiterated their commitment to acting in a fair and impartial manner with integrity and respect, stating that the Tri-Forces and the police will responsibly do their utmost to protect the rule of law, order and people of the country in accordance with the constitution of the country. The Minister of Education Dinesh Gunawardena says that the decision to extend school hours by 1 hour has been temporarily suspended. Schools under the purview of the government had previously been instructed to extend the daily school hours by 1 hour for the academic term commencing from April 18th. However, the minister said that a decision has now been taken to temporarily suspend that move. Meanwhile, the Education Minister said that the first school term for the year 2022 of all the government schools will resume tomorrow on the 18th of April. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Foreign Minister Professor G.L. Peiris met with the High Commissioners and ambassadors of countries in the non-aligned movement at the Foreign Ministry. The Foreign Minister briefed the envoys on the current situation in Sri Lanka and responses by the government. This included discussions on political and economic aspects. Finance Minister Ali Sabri and the Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Nandalal Weerasinghe, also took part in the meeting. The Foreign Minister also discussed about the prevention of terrorism legislation, constitutional reform and the preparation for negotiations with the International Monetary Fund. The minister has also requested the foreign delegates to provide financial assistance to the island at this critical juncture. The CEB has requested today from the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka to approve scheduled power cuts until April 20th from tomorrow. It is reported that the CEB has requested a 4-hour and 20-minute power outage on Monday the 18th, as well as 4 hours and 50-minute outages on Tuesday and Wednesday. The power cut will be imposed from 8 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. on 2 occasions. Accordingly, a 3-hour and 20-minute power outage during the day and a 1-hour and 30-minute power outage during the night will be applied throughout the island, our correspondent said. The director of the Lady Ridgeway Hospital for Children, Dr. G. Vijayasuriya, says the daily routines of the hospital are running smoothly. He said there is no drug shortage in the hospital and the Medical Supply Division of the Ministry of Health and also well-wishers have provided the hospital with essential drugs recently. He added, no COVID or dengue patients have been reported from the hospital in the recent past. And now for our main news story. The Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Dr. Nandalal Weerasinghe, says finding a solution for the current economic crisis is not that hard. He said that the remedy for the issue can't be brought within a day or a week. He said increasing the dollar reserves should be the first and foremost task of the government. He added that the current issue was caused as a result of paying foreign debts and a systematic and affordable mechanism should be applied on the debt repayments to find a sustainable solution for the issue. He also said assistance from the IMF will be much needed in this regard to obtain low-interest loans to recover from the issue. The new central bank governor also assured that the bank will be independent and would not succumb to political interference. He stressed that he is here to serve the people and not any politician. However, he said the country's growth prospects for this year are affected by the recent adverse developments on the global front in terms of supply chain disruptions and rising commodity prices. That was our main news story, and now in Watchlight. A father and son were killed when their motorcycle collided with a train at the Balapitiya-Vellavatta railway crossing last morning. Villagers said that when the accident occurred, the signal lights were not functioning due to a power cut. The railway department reiterates motorists and pedestrians to be watchful when using the railway crossings during the power cuts where the railway gates do not function. Railway Superintendent of Transportation ADG Seneviratna said a majority of the railway crossings are equipped with bell and light systems which are operated by electricity provided by the national grid. That came to you in Watchlight.
World News brought to you by courtesy of
No matter what anyone says, for your lease, visit the Leasing Mahagedara. People's Leasing, Friendly Leasing Mahagedara. More information from the nearest People's Leasing branch.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In world news headlines, observers say the sinking of the symbolic Russian ship could affect the morale of Russian troops. Twitter board takes action to fight Musk bid. Tech group wants new visa to allow skilled workers to enter Canada without a job offer. Western media as well as Russian media outlets have reported that Thursday's sinking of the flagship of the Russian Black Sea Fleet is likely to have an impact on Russia's military operations in Ukraine. The cruiser Moskva sank after apparently being hit by Ukrainian cruise missiles. The ship had served a key role as both a command vessel and air defense platform for the fleet. Experts say its sinking is expected to give an advantage to Ukraine's Air Force operations in the fighting in southern Ukraine facing the Black Sea. The incident is also expected to make it difficult for Russian forces to land along the Black Sea coast in the operations to expand control of the coast and seize the port city of Odessa. Observers say the sinking of the symbolic ship could also affect the morale of Russian troops. A day after billionaire Elon Musk made a $43 billion offer to buy the platform, Twitter's board has armed itself against a possible hostile takeover. It has adopted what is known as a limited duration shareholder rights plan, also known as a poison pill. The move will prevent anyone from having more than a 15% stake in the company. Twitter had done this by allowing others to buy additional shares at a discount. The Twitter board detailed its defense plan to the US Securities and Exchange Commission and put out a statement saying it was needed because of Mr. Musk's unsolicited, non-binding proposal to acquire Twitter. The Council of Canadian Innovators is calling on the federal government to pilot a new visa that would allow high-skilled tech workers to come to Canada without a job offer. They said it will help address labour shortages in the tech sector in Canada. The proposed visa, called the High Potential Tech Visa, would target in-demand professions like software developers and data scientists. It would allow holders to work, change jobs, and help them obtain Canadian permanent residency. In its report titled The Talent and Skills Strategy, the Council noted that most people seeking work visas in Canada need a job offer to qualify. This requirement creates a barrier for highly skilled talent who want to work in Canada. And now the main points of the World News segment once again. Observers say the sinking of the symbolic Russian ship could affect the morale of Russian troops. Twitter board takes action to fight Musk bid. Tech group wants new visa to allow skilled workers to enter Canada without a job offer. That was World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
For your wheel lease, visit the Leasing Mahagedara. People's Leasing, friendly leasing Mahagedara. More information from the nearest People's Leasing branch.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by... Let's take coal out of the coconut tree and make the island thriving and prosperous. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928.
The government has sought a loan of $700 million from the World Bank to import agrochemicals and other agro-essentials after setbacks suffered in the Maha season. The Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture, D.M.L. Bandaranaike, said that the funds had been sought for the ongoing Yalla season and the upcoming season covering a one-year period. He said the assistance had been sought to support cultivation of all main crops including paddy, tea, vegetables, fruits and corn. He added that the loan is also to be made use of to help the private sector to open letters of credit to import chemical fertilizer.
Development News was brought to you by... The coconut tree is well grown in almost all the parts of the island. It is an exceptional source of extra income. The shell, the husk and almost all the parts of the coconut tree makes you money, providing you with an excellent extra source of income. It will also help to nourish the economy of the country. You will be guided with all necessary informations regarding the coconut cultivation, with the novel cultivation techniques and all other related and upgraded informations by the Coconut Research Institute, Lunavilla. Call our hotline 1928. WhatsApp 070 400 1928. Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
The Sri Lanka's women's team will tour Pakistan to play 3 T20 internationals and 3 ODIs against their counterparts in Karachi. The matches will begin on May 24th. The tour will commence with the 3-match T20 series, followed by a 3-match ODI series, which is part of the ICC Women's Championship. All matches will be played at Southend Club in Karachi. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka Cricket says it is confident of delivering a safe and secure Asia Cup despite the current economic crisis. Asia Cup 2022 is scheduled to be hosted in Sri Lanka from the 27th of August. CEO Sri Lanka Cricket Ashley De Silva said that they are confident of hosting a secure and successful event despite the ongoing protests. Meanwhile, the President of the Asian Cricket Council and the Secretary of the Board of Control for Cricket in India, Jay Shah, had said the situation of hosting the Asia Cup 2022 in Sri Lanka will be assessed on the day of the finals of the ongoing Indian Premier League.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB You Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The National Savings Bank NSB was awarded 2 golds at the latest iteration of the Technovation Awards. The NSB ranked Bank of the Year for Excellence in Customer Convenience Category C and also ranked as the Best Common ATM Enabler of the Year Category B. Analysts said both E-Gold awards are a testament to the NSB's commitment to bring the latest in cutting-edge technology to the banking and finance industry and thereby innovate the delivery of financial services across a growing demography.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
And now in economic news, gold dealers say the price of gold has continued to increase in Sri Lanka. They say the price of a 24 carat 1 gram is sold at 21,690 rupees to 185,000 rupees today. The price of a 22 carat gold coin has also increased and is being sold at 173,000 rupees, and the 22 carat 1 gram is sold at 19,890 rupees. They said a shortage of gold stocks has been reported alongside the increase in gold prices in Sri Lanka. That was economic news, and now for the weather report. The Met Department says showers and thundershowers will occur at several places in the Sabaragamuwa, Central, Uva, Northern, North Central and the Eastern provinces during the evening or night. Showers may occur along the coastal areas in the Western and Northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere. The sea areas off the coast extending from Puttalam to Kankasanture via Mana will be fairly rough at times. The other sea areas around the island will be slight to moderate. Temporarily strong gusty winds and very rough seas can be expected during the thunder showers. That was the weather report, and now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The governor of the central bank says finding a solution for the current economic crisis is not that hard. The Minister of Defence says there are no plans to abuse military power by unleashing it on peaceful protesters. The decision to extend school hours by 1 hour has been temporarily suspended. The Foreign Minister met with the High Commissioners and ambassadors of countries in the non-aligned movement to comment on the current economic issue. The CEB has requested the Public Utilities Commission to approve scheduled power cuts until the 20th of April. The director of the Lady Ridgeway Hospital for Children assures that there are no drug shortages at the hospital. A tech group wants a new visa to allow skilled workers to enter Canada without a job offer. That concludes this news broadcast. You're with Radio Sri Lanka.